10 Chucky 2021 facts that you should know. Literally, Chucky is a murderous doll. Welcome to our YouTube video, where we'll be counting down the top 10 things you should know about Chucky. And one thing is that you'll literally be shocked. Number 10. There was almost a Chucky theme song. Who doesn't enjoy a good theme song? It will ensure that your children are always safe, most likely Chucky. It's probably for the best that Simon Stokes and Joe Renzetti ended up writing the theme for the first Child's Play picture. The song contained cheerleader vocals as well as all of the keyboards that the 1980s had to offer. It was supposed to be played over the movies and credits at first. Fortunately, the producers came to their senses and decided to scrap the song, fearing that it would make their employees happy. The murderous doll appears to be a joke. You don't see anything. But hey, if you ever want to hear Chucky rap, just wait until the best friend arrives. Number 9. Chucky had a feud with Britney Spears. And one of the oddest celebrity feuds in history. Britney Spears had a disagreement with Chucky and the gang over a scene in Chucky where Britney lookalike dies in a fiery roadside accident. Lauren, the pop queen, and her camp made it obvious that they didn't want anything to do with the film, and the directors were forced to include a disclaimer in the TV commercial claiming that Spears isn't in it. Unsurprisingly, the singer turned down a studio invitation to see the film with Chucky himself. What is remarkable, though, is that a pop singer at the peak of her success could be cast in a psychotic Hollywood film. And now, number 8. Chucky got his name from 3 famous criminals. We're all familiar with Chucky, but before he was cursed, Chucky's doll went by the name Charles Lee Ray and wandered the streets of Chicago. These aren't just any names, though. Each one was inspired by a particularly heinous criminal. His first name, Charles, is a reference to the notorious cult leader Charles Manson, who was responsible for numerous murders in the late 1960s. These horrific, nightmarish killings have a strange, credible savagery to them. Lee Harvey Oswald, who was responsible for JFK's assassination, impacted his middle name. Mrs. Kennedy then leaned in close and kissed the flag draped over her husband's coffin. Mother and daughter rose gently and then returned to their positions with the dignity of a mentor. Finally, Ray is a descendant of James Earl Ray, the legendary assassin of civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So what does Shakespeare mean when he asks, "What's in a name? Is it for Chucky?" The answer is a resounding yes. Number 7. The good guys' dolls were originally bleeders. Aren't we all familiar with the dolls that weep, crawl, and giggle? There are even some who eat and use the restroom on their own. As it turns out, Chucky's line of good guy toys was supposed to have even more odd features, bleeding when they were cut in the original draft, meaning that children all across the world would have the excellent fortune of bandaging their dolls' bloody abrasions. Isn't it entertaining? Chucky would have gotten his Frankenstein makeover a lot sooner if the original working title had been Bloody Boy at the time. Let's hope the bandages weren't offered separately because of all the blood. This one has a lot of blood on it. Number 6. Chucky took his mother's life. With a film under his belt, Chucky has wrapped up quite a lot of tally of kills. His most startling murder, though, occurs on the page rather than on film. Author Matthew J. Costello added some new material to the official novelization of Child's Play, fleshing out Chucky's past. He strangled his own mother, according to one especially horrifying paragraph. It was revealed that Chucky had a bad childhood, thanks in part to a nasty mother. Please. One last time, Chucky was taunted mercilessly about his mother's dwarfism. In the end, the future Lake Store strangler found his first victim in his own house. Yeah, our Chucky was never big on the whole Mother's Day thing growing up, sweetie. Number 5. Chucky almost got his voice from John Lithgow. Brad Dourif, on the other hand, is widely regarded as the definitive Chucky voice. Yes, just like in the old days. There's nothing like his strangulation to get the blood flowing. And he even had 7 films under his belt as the mischievous doll's voice actor. It's difficult to picture anyone else delivering these sassy tongue jabs with such dexterity. But it was virtually impossible for it not to be John Lithgow. He was rumored to have been considered for the role and is perhaps best known for his portrayal in Third Rock of the Sun. Of course, Lithgow would go on to voice a number of other characters, like Lord Farquaad and Shrek Grab With Me. I'm the monster who eats the gingerbread man. Despite all of his achievements and awards throughout the years, we're still glad Dourif was given the opportunity to play the character for as long as he did. Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. You may choose to be notified for new videos or for all of them. Number 4. Chucky went CGI free in his early films. In a world where CGI is used for almost everything, this is a big deal. The fact that the early children's play movies required no digital expertise and are bringing their cursed doll to life is both astonishing and astounding. Scenes involving Chucky talking, moving, and in many cases killing were created using animatronic puppetry, or in some cases real actors. I don't think so. I just don't think so. In fact, John Franklin, who had started in the equally scary Children of the Court just a few years before, was one of Chucky's early stand-ins. Can you imagine the horror movie credit he must receive for playing a small-town child murderer and crazy killer doll? Number 3. Chucky movie crossovers are possible. Freddy fought Jason. The Wolfman even faced off against Frankenstein's monster. So why can't Chucky take part in a slasher brawl? Well, it turns out that it's entirely possible. To begin with, the opening sequence and Chucky's Bride establishes that the Chuckster exists in the same realm as other well-known horror entities. Objects from a who's who of cinematic monsters, including Jason's hockey mask, Freddy's glove, chainsaw, and Michael Myers' mask, are briefly shown at the Lockport Police Evidence Vault. Plus, Don Mancini, the writer of Child's Play, has disclosed that he has a concept in mind in which Chucky travels to Elm Street and meets Freddy Krueger to discuss a murderous crossover. Number 2. Chucky went live on SNL. Despite his reputation as a murderous doll, Chucky went live on a New York channel. Chucky, not the light celebrity or musical guest, made an appearance on NBC Saturday Night Live in a 1998 episode. Well, you know what? Quinn's not the first president to get a little something on the side. Am I right, my man? During a promotional tour for the Bride of Chucky, the demented doll crashed SNL Weekend Update with Colin Quinn to chime in on the Bill Clinton-Monica Lewinsky scandal. That was, of course, before he tried to stab Quinn with a butcher knife. Chucky didn't get to inflict any damage, but he didn't leave some pretty damning threats at the host. I'll find a way to get you in on some random and bizarre appearances. This was how many other horror icons can say they made it on to Studio HH in Rockefeller Center. Number 1. The Chuck E. Cheese look was based on my buddy doll. It's widely claimed that Chucky was inspired by the Cabbage Patch Kids, a 1980s fad. You can adopt a Cabbage Patch Kid family, including children, babies, boys and girls, and new patch puppies. However, everyone is familiar with the other 80s boy doll. My friend could see that there had to be some sort of way to sway there as well. Who do you have a special playmate for your little guy to hang out with? Hasbro is one of them. This is one of my pals. Your little boy can lie rough with them or have quiet time with them, and he can take them everywhere he goes. Well, Child's Play director Tom Holland would later admit that Chuck's appearance was inspired by my buddy doll, given the striped shirt and overall in bright colors. We're not sure how anyone could miss the parallels. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Remember to comment and share. Also, leave your comments down below in the comment section. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I will see you in the next video.